Hi guys, this is Subhash Yadav. Welcome to my YouTube channel SJFC. So last week we saw Chelsea versus Brighton. Chelsea defeated Brighton by a margin of 3-2. This match was a very good match if we see from a Chelsea point of view. Chelsea were dominating, attacking in some aspects of the game, whereas in other aspects they were lacking those qualities. After uh, after scoring those two goals, Chelsea became complacent. They weren't that attacking. They weren't that going forward to get and score that third goal and all. And in that meantime, Brighton managed to score a goal, and also our captain Conor Gallagher was sent off for a second yellow. So let's see what the game started. The lineup was simple: Robert Sanchez in goal, Disasi in for Reece James who was suspended earlier, uh, Badiashile and Thiago Silva were our central defenders, whereas Levi Colwill played as the left back. In the midfield, there were Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, and Moises Caicedo, the former Brighton man. And in the attack, Nicholas Jackson was our main striker, and he was supported by Mikhailo Mudryk and Raheem Sterling. So the game started, and Chelsea were attacking. We were creating many chances, and we were capitalizing on those chances, which ultimately gained us our first goal. It was a set piece goal. It came from a set piece. The ball came onto Badiashile and he lashed the ball with an overhead assist, which ultimately landed on Enzo's head and he scored a delicious header. This gave us an early 1-0 lead, and then immediately after this lead we score another goal by courtesy of Levi Colwill and another set piece goal. This goal put us through 2-0 ahead in the game, which was around still just 25 minutes were being played. So after this, uh, Chelsea didn't attack that much. They were lacking that attacking ability. We weren't converting that chances, and somewhere we got complacent, and somehow we allowed Brighton to settle down and take control of the game. Brighton, on the other hand, they managed to capitalize on one chance. Buanote gets a cross, and I think it was Levi Colwill's fault in somehow or the other, because if he was that experienced enough, if he had that little bit of experience, then he would have known that to cover the left foot of Buanote, or if he could have just blocked that left side of Buanote, then he could have not taken that chance, but instead he was given that free rein. Buanote ultimately scored an delicious curler effort, which led to a Brighton goal. Immediately after this goal, Brighton managed to somehow. It was looking like Brighton were the better side in the match when Chelsea's captain Conor Gallagher got his second yellow for a clumsy challenge on Barry Gilmore. I don't think that challenge was necessary, because Gilmore, if we see in a physical aspect of the game, he is not that physically astute as compared to Conor Gallagher. Gallagher could have easily gotten that ball, by just simply tackling and all, but he went for that lunge, which I think he deserved that second yellow. So he misses the next match also, and this is the second match in a row where our captain gets the second yellow and gets the red card. So the second half ends with Chelsea one man down and with a lead of 2-1. So the starting of the second half, the second half mainly was for Brighton. They had 80% of the possession. Chelsea down with a 1-0, Chelsea down with 10 men. Badiashile was playing a little bit up front and Mudryk was playing a little centrally. So ball gets to Robert Sanchez. He quickly turns the ball up, and it somehow quickly lands on Mikhailo Mudryk, who is almost through on goal. But Mikhailo Mudryk's first touch somehow, I think that Mikhailo Mudryk's first touch isn't quite that good, because uh, if his first touch was that good, then he could have scored that goal easily. But somehow, yeah, because of his pace and all, that helped him a lot, and he was easily looking to get through a 1v1 chance with the Brighton goalkeeper Jason Steele. But somehow James Miller comes into the scene and lunges onto a tackle, which is ultimately awarded as a penalty. And Chelsea and Enzo Fernandez gets his second goal. So from there, the score comes to 3-1. It still looks like Brighton controlled much of that game. Though Chelsea had scored 3 goals, we didn't quite really pose off an attack to Brighton. It was that like we converted our chances a bit more. We were more efficient in front of the goal as compared to Brighton. Brighton was not that much efficient. They had their chances, but they were not that efficient. Their strikers were not that uh, converting their chances. But ultimately, in the last dying minutes of the game, Brighton managed to score a goal, and it was 3-2 up. And in the last final 2-3 minutes of the game, there was a penalty shout also for Levi Colwill. It was awarded, and then it was retrieved back because that ball had not touched Levi Colwill's hand. It was not a handball, so it was withdrawn back. So ultimately, the match ended in a 3-2. I think in this match, our best performer was Enzo Fernandez, especially after the Conor Gallagher's dismissal. He took that role responsibly, and even Thiago Silva had a did a major tackle in the last dying minutes of the game. If it was not for that tackle, I think it would have been an opportunity for Brighton. So Thiago Silva was also our main player. But apart from that, I don't see any player worthy of I don't think any player had a very good game in yesterday's match. James Sterling was there; he was a bit on and off, and we know Nicholas Jackson. He has not yet adjusted to this Premier League setting, the rigors of this Premier League uh, game and all. Like he wasn't getting those. He has that skills, he has that pace and all, but he is not converting those chances. Somehow he doesn't. He is lacking that confidence, and in this and particularly in this league, you should have that confidence to bury those chances. If you don't have that confidence, that will surely reflect on the field, which will ultimately result in a dry spout for Nicholas Jackson, and which is happening right now. And he didn't score also. It was an type of a performance for him. Mikhailo Mudryk also did well, but his first touch isn't that good. He should work on it. But ultimately, he got us his our penalty, and he won us the penalty, and which led to the 3-1. But apart from them, I think Robert Sanchez also had a very good game. He made a good couple of saves, and he also during that build up to the goal for that Enzo's penalty, he was also very crucial in that. Overall, a very good game for Chelsea. But if we think in terms of victory, it was an overall good game. But in terms of individual performances, I think we are not there yet. Moises Caicedo was looking like yeah, he was not sharp for that match. He was not fully fit for that match because uh, in the major aspects of the game, I didn't see him contributing much to the game and all. Like he wasn't turning up, he wasn't putting those tackles, and even when he was on the ball, he was easily giving it up and he was under immense pressure from Brighton. Maybe it was also because of the nervousness because he had played for Brighton for all these years. So overall a good 3 points for Chelsea, and let's see. Then our next game is against Manchester United, and I think it we can get a win against Manchester United because the the level the play Manchester United are playing, the level of Manchester United's football right now is very low than Chelsea. But as they are saying, like Chelsea is like a pendulum. Sometimes we are up, sometimes we are down. Sometimes we put a very good performance against a team like Manchester City, and ultimately the very next time we put a very disastrous performance like we did against Newcastle. So I am hoping for a very good performance against Manchester United if we want to retain our hopes for finishing up for a top 5 finish. So let's see what happens in the next match. So this is Subhash Jadhav signing off. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and please like and share this video. We will meet in the next video. This is Subhash Jadhav signing off.